Namaskaram all Atmas. Wish you all a very happy Pongal and Sankranti. On this Sankranti day, we are going to touch upon this Atma Siddhi Yoga, the sixth level for elders, that is between the age of 41 to 60. So we have seen 5 stages, that is 1 to 5 kids, 6 to 12 children, 13 to 19 teenagers, and 20 to 27 young people, youth 27 to 40 adults. In each stage we said there is a difference in the active the situation one faces is different. Similarly, from 41 to 60, here also the situations vary, because after entering Grahasthashrama in 28, they see the Kamasastra and what about husband-wife relationship, all these things they see up to 40. After 40, in the family life, there are people who have children, and this is the age, from 40 onwards, both husband and wife, they will be more focused on their children rather than on their physical pleasure. So their focus is to the husband, as a father, his role is to take more efforts in hearing, to give the children the good education and give them take it up to the college level. And then also today people are in studying in competitive preparations for IIT and NEET examination. So parents' role is to earn money to see their kids get proper education so that they can flourish their life. So for that, fathers nowadays both husband and wife both are working, father and mother both are working to earn money to keep their children in a better good school and give them good education. So they focus on that. Because while doing this focus, what happens between 40 to 60 period, as I told you, from 0 to 20, for a human being, the generation of cells is more than disintegration. From 20 to 40, the generation of disintegration of cells remains there. But after 40 above, the degeneration of cells will be more than the generation of cells. It is a natural process. So every human being, when they take birth, there is a death also. And this process takes place like this. So 40 to 60, the degeneration of cells percentage slowly comes down. That's why after 40, if you see, people will have the grey hair and the shrinking in the face. All these things slowly starts. Besides this, what happens? Since during our childhood, right from childhood days, a child, if he doesn't study well, because of that he has fear, anger, all these things. Then the teenage level also, they fight with friends, because of that they get jealousy, all these things develops. And in the youthhood, if they don't get the job at right way, they even go to the extent of committing suicide. So like that, the mind is at a lot of depression at various stages of life. And after marriage, husband relationship and also office relationships, one faces a lot of tensions and pressures, both at home and office. All these tension, pressures, tensions, pressures, anger, jealousy, hatredness, all these negative thoughts that generates in the mind, these disintegrate the cell faster. What happens? The energy in the chakras becomes negative. Each negative thought has got the power to negate the energy in the chakras negatively. So with the result, when the energy in the cells becomes negative, naturally what happens? The cells generation becomes slow, becomes weak. And the degeneration takes more. So degeneration, because of that, what happens? After 40 years, nowadays, majority of people are getting diabetes, sugar, BP. So we can see 40 plus, that's why doctors say every year after 40, you have to do master and checkup to know what is the kind of problem you have. Some people have cancer, some people have BP, sugar, some people have heart problem, kidney problem, various problem arises after 40. Because the degeneration of cells takes place faster. So, these are the things which happens inside us without our knowledge. That is the biggest problem. Because we are always in our 5 senses, our buddhi, our ego, all these things are facing the external things, our duties. And the process of duties, we are facing various people, various situations. All these things are eating away our energy. And while facing these events, when we face negatively, it automatically leads to depression, rejection, anger, hatredness. All these things naturally will degenerate the negativity in the chakras, and that leads to the degeneration of cells faster. So that's why nowadays people after 40 they get chronic diseases like diabetes. Diabetes, is a mixture of so many psychological issues like anger, fear, jealousy, hatredness, shyness, inferiority complex. All these things one faces one after another. As I told you in Ravana that 10 heads are there. The 10 heads refers to 10 negative gunas in us. So this one after another comes to us. So with that what happens, with each event comes, one faces different kinds of negative reactions that degenerates our cells. So that's why when you go to doctor, and suppose you get in giddiness and go and check up, doctor checks the blood test and say you have BP. Doctor can tell only when you have problem, then only you go to doctor. At that time, when he checks and does diagnosis, having all the tests, then he will tell you have this BP problem, you have sugar problem, you have kidney problem, you have heart problem. So they can tell only from the diagnosis what is the problem, but they cannot say what is the cause for the problem, when this problem has started. They cannot say because this is pertaining to our mind. So then he, after analyzing what is the problem, he gives medicines. Medicines are nothing but chemicals, because our cells, when they configure at each part of our body, it have different chemical configuration. The chemical configuration I is different from our throat, is different from our chest, is different from our digestive system. Each chemical combination changes, varies. That's why when you have eye problem, doctor gives certain medicine which you cannot apply to stomach, which you cannot apply to head, into the heart. So each part has got different configuration, chemical configuration, and according to which doctors give medicine. Why they are giving medicine? Because that chemicals are got decomposed in you. When the cells decomposes, what happens? The binding force between the molecules, the cells molecules, get decomposed. With the result, what happens? When cell decomposes, the chemical configuration also decomposes. With the result, you have the problem of physical body problem. The doctor gives the medicines to see that the chemicals go and bind it again, so that you will be free from the disease and you again come to the normal life. But what happens when you are going, especially in respect of chronic diseases like diabetes, sugar, BP and all, person used to take medicines all over the life, but still his diabetic problem is not coming down. That's mainly because, like a pot, here you have pot, you open the tap, and after some time the pot has to fill so that the tap can be switched off. But the problem is here you have opened the tap, but the pot is not getting filled. When you see what is the problem, there is a hole in the pot. So through the hole, whatever water you are filling the pot is going out waste. Similarly, the pot refers to a physical body, and the medicine doctor refers has to fill it to see that the problem solved. But the whole is there. The whole is our mind. That is problem, weakness in our mind. That is because of our gunas. That is because of our negative past experience stored in our subconscious mind. Because of our ego. Because of our sensual weaknesses. All these four, subconscious mind weakness, five sensual weakness, ego weakness, Atma weakness, and Gunas weakness in the Manipura chakra. These five chakras has got the greatest ramifications on our body. So, because of this, what happens? Every time you are facing the same event, every time you are getting rejected, every time you face failure, every time you get tense, what happens? You are taking medicines, the tension eats away the medicine. So with this, a person continues to take medicine without any break. So what is the solution for this? So first thing is, at this age, you may have a lot of tensions, lot of pressure, both family, financially, officially, all these things. But one should take it. That's why Bhagavad Gita and all our ancient scriptures have given you the opportunity for you to fine tune your mind. So how to overcome this kind of because 40 to 60, though the cell degeneration is increasing, but after 60 only the degeneration goes faster. No minimum level. But still, what happens at this stage, though you have committed mistake up to 40, at least now between 40 to 60, you can recoup it by practicing certain spiritual sadhana, by which you can prevent the disease from coming into us. That is, by closing the hole in the part. That process we have to take so that you can free from disease and you can lead a successful, peaceful life. How to achieve this? We are now going to see in this Atma Siddhi Yoga 6th level. In this, first step is how to improve our cell's immunity power. That is first thing. As I told you, every day, once you get up, you have to brush it after washing your face. You go for morning walk. This is very essential to activate your body. While going on morning walk, you have to go do the divine subconscious recording. What is that? You have to hear with the headphone divine chantings, Om Namah Shivaya or something, any Lakshmi Sahasranama, whatever thing, you have a divine chantings or pleasant music you hear, so that in the subconscious mind, this divine music will go and erase the negative vibrations stored in your subconscious mind. That is first step. So while doing walking, you can go walking on the park, in your house, or you can go eat within your room. So whatever way you can do it, but you do minimum 15 to 20 minutes. During that time you hear the divine chanting. That's why I am giving the morning of the Visvashat Yajna. First thing is Bhakti Yoga, where you have to hear the chantings of divine chantings from our Vedic chantings. Every day morning I am doing that. And next is we have to Jnana Yoga. So that's why every day when the Bhagavad Gita sloka and Upanishad sloka morning I am giving, because it's mainly to fine tune our Jnana. Jnana Yoga means Jnana, knowledge about ourselves we should know. Why we get anger, why we get jealous, why we get, because of attachment. One should come out of this attachment. That's why Bhagavad Gita gives us a lot of avenues for us to enlighten ourselves. Our Upanishad tells us. So when you are going in the dark, you don't know where is stone, where is thorn, and where is wall. You go and hit the stone and have bleeding. You go and hit the thorn, and the thorn, you have pain and the bleeding. You hit a wall and you get a pain. So that is the thing what is happening. The next minute what is going to happen we don't know. But when you face that event, at that time when you face negatively, you get dejection, you get self-anger, you get jealousy, all these negative things will hit you and get pain on you. So you have a torchlight. If you have a torchlight, you know where is stone, where is thorn, where is wall, like that. This torchlight is that Jnana Yoga. So the Jnana, what you gain from our scriptures, it guides you, it gives you light. When you face the next event situation, at that time when you face failures, at that time when you face negative events, it will immediately guide you to the subconscious mind that this is nothing but a release of your negative karmas. Beware, don't get attached. If you attach, you accumulate more karmas to you. Don't attach. Don't get attached. You just surrender this and offer it to the God. So, once you start practicing this spiritual sadhana through the Jnana Yoga, what happens? Naturally, you feel that whatever event that comes, you begin to remain equanimous. For which, how to go remain? The Raja Yoga, we see that the next day, as I told you the other day, you put a encircling linga around you, enclosure. When you are inside an enclosure, opaque enclosure, and you can see in all directions, but you are covered with a shield. It's called lingam, the opaque lingam, transparent lingam. So each and every hour come to you, it will hit and fall, and your mind will not get disturbed. That is the stage of Siddha Prajna. One has to gain. Through the first stage is Jnana Yoga. Bhakti Yoga to remove the aberrations in subconscious. Through Jnana Yoga you get the light. And this light is not sufficient. Only through the Raja Yoga we can able to build that shield perfectly so that you will not get affected and remain Siddha Prajna. And this Raja Yoga is this stage. And 40 years, as I told you, that each chakra has got a certain effect. Because our physical body, the energy is given by the astral body. Physical body, Annamaya Kosa. astral body, pranamaya kosa. And our mind body, mind contains what? Subconscious mind, then 5 senses, then ego, then our Atma Bharam, and 15 gunas. These are all in the Manomaya kosa. And third is Vijnanamaya kosa. This real Atma Jnana. That is, when Buddhi merges into Atma, that comes the Vijnanamaya kosa. And Buddhi and Atma together, when it goes to Supreme Conscious state, that is Anandamaya kosa, when it reaches there, you get the Sthita Prajna stage. Absolute equanimity you can experience, you can get absolute Ananda. Once you reach the stage, you feel that whatever happens outside, whatever you feel, you will be just focusing on your duties without any attachment. You will be doing perfectly and without any attachment. Whatever failures, accept. Whatever success, accept. But you won't get attached. So that kind of mental maturity you will attain by practicing this Samadhi Jnana. Now we will see each chakra, as I told you, the physical body, the cells, the energy from the astral body is flooding you. So here the Sahasrara chakra is there. So the Sahasrara chakra, this chakra is the junction point of all the nadis of that particular chakra. So the Sahasrara chakra is in the head. So that means what? This energy in the Sahasrara chakra feeds the brain cells, your skull and all this. So if the energy in the Sahasrara chakra becomes negative, it affects our brain, it affects our skull, all these things. And the Agni chakra, it takes care of our eyes, ears, nose, tongue, skin. So if this energy in the Agni chakra becomes weak, then naturally our eyes get affected, our ears get, nose get affected, our skin get affected, our tongue gets affected. The Visuddhi chakra, here, the energy feeds the respiratory organ, throat and other things. So if this becomes weak, it will affect the throat, respiratory organ. Another chakra, this takes care of our heart, chest, liver and lungs, all these things. Very important part. If the energy becomes negative, when there is Atma Bharam, naturally it leads to heart problem, lungs problem, liver problem. All these things will take place here. Chest problem. Then digestive system. The Manipura chakra takes care, gives the feeds the energy for the digestive system, stomach. And when the energy becomes negative, it affects our digestive system. So solar plexus, our internal intestines, all these things. Swadhisthana chakra, it takes care of our kidney, uterus, other things. If energy becomes negative, it affects the kidney and other things. And Muladhara chakra, and this is the energy which feeds our skeletal body, the bones. If energy becomes negative, it will affect our bones, joints, all these things. Arthritis, rheumatism, all this because of the negativity in the Muladhara chakra. So, when at this 40 to 60, during which you start slowly getting this chronic disease. So at that time you have to realize through the Jnana Yoga that our chakras energy is becoming negative. Beware, let us correct it. So what we have to do is, we have to go for the chakras cleansing. You have to cleanse each and every chakra of the negativity. That's why I given you this Atma Siddhi Raja Yoga to be practiced by everybody in the morning. After Bhakti Yoga, Raja Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Raja Yoga, these three things one has to follow. And while following it, the general Raja Yoga practice, once you continuously regularly practice as a spiritual sadhana, it will keep you perfect all the time, right from young age to the old age. That's why everybody should practice in a very simple way. I given this one. And as far as the sixth level is concerned, it takes one step further in tensing our chakras to specific focus on each and every aspect. So that is a simple practice for 10-15 minutes. But here I am just focusing why things are happening. That's each and every step. So here in the process, what you have to do is, first thing is, after going walking, that doing this Bhakti Yoga and healing just daily one sloka from Bhagavad Gita you read and just do meditate on that. And then you just sit in a Padmasana or in a relaxed mood in a chair and focus on a dot for 10 minutes. Without moving your eyelids, you focus on a dot. Put a dot and put a circle. So you focus on the dot. What happens? The dot focusing will enable you to strengthen your determination power, powerful determination power. And the determination for the first is the first shield that is created to you. So whatever happens, I will not get disturbed. My mind becomes strong like a steel. So for that, you have to practice this dot concentration. Even water flows from you. You keep your fingers and chin mudra. I told you, Annamaya kosa, Pranamaya kosa, Manoramaya kosa, Vijnanamaya kosa, Anandamaya. Physical body, astral body, mind, Atma, Paramatma. So this keep in the chin mudra, focus it and focus on the dot. Without moving your eyelids, without even water flows, 10 minutes minimum you should do. Focus on the dot and chant, and you can keep the dot about 45 degrees angle because it refers to the Paramatma. You just close and chant mantra Om and focus on the dot. Om means you are connecting yourself with Paramatma. So when you close your eyes and chant Om, you are focusing on the dot. At the same time, you are internally connecting with the Paramatma. So this happens within you. 10 minutes you practice. Subsequently, what you have to do is you have to do this immunity power technique, breathing technique using as immunity. What you have to do is you have to just close your right nostril and take a deep breath through the left nostril. Close your eyes. When you take deep breath, visualize. You close your eyes. When you take a deep breath, visualize Atma Jyoti at the Muladhara chakra. So you take a deep breath. Visualize it moves and comes to Sahasrara. Now close your breath. Now visualize the Atma Jyoti with the cosmic, because you have taken cosmic energy. Hold it. This cosmic energy and the Atma Jyoti circles from head to toes and toes to head back, encircling and cleanse all the negativity in all the cells. And you leave it. Now you take a deep breath, this way, hold it. Now anti-clockwise direction, it spirals and then comes back. Now you leave it. So this comes one cycle. So like this, minimum 9 cycles you practice. By which you are cleansing all the negativity in your cells. Then after doing this, take a deep breath. Now you take deep breath in with both the nostrils. Now close both the nostrils and hold the breath. Now what you have to do is now visualization, because this is a self-hypnosis technique where when you take a deep breath and hold it, now visualize the cosmic energy what you are fed in. It goes and feeds from head to toes all the cells completely. It doesn't have there is no outlet for it. It has to feed entire cells like a balloon. If you fill the water, fill the gas, it becomes big. Like that, the more you hold it, what happens? The pressure that builds inside, it fills all the cells, and the binding force between the cells becomes stronger, and you become like a steel. So while holding the breath, as much time as possible, you do the self-hypnosis, there's auto-suggestions. The more I hold, I feel that the entire cells are getting fully filled with energy. And this binding force between each cells are becoming stronger and stronger, and now become like a steel. I know my immunity power has developed like anything. So it takes, now my immunity power has become stronger and stronger and stronger. So this method you have to follow. So afterwards, just relax. So now comes the third step. What is the third step? Is the chakras cleansing. This is the very, very important step where you cleanse the chakras for removing all the chronic diseases from you. This is very important technique, because suppose you have specific problem, you have to focus on the particular chakra. Suppose if anybody is having a diabetic problem, they can focus on Swadhisthana chakra and the Manipura chakra, like that. First thing is we have to cleanse all the chakras. So what you have to do is, starting with you close your eyes, visualize Atma Jyoti in the Muladhara chakra. As I told you, Muladhara chakra takes care of your physical skeletal part and your bones and joints. So the more you chant the mantra, for the Bidakshara for Muladhara chakra is Lam. So when you chant Lam, visualize the Atma Jyoti spirals around the Muladhara chakra. Lam, 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 Lam. Visualize it encircles and burns all the negativity in the Muladhara chakra. When all the negativity in the Muladhara chakra is burned, visualize the entire skeletal board and all the bones and all the joints are becoming stronger and stronger. So then move to Manipura, Swadhisthana chakra. the Bijakshara is Vam. So you chant Vam, 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 Vam. So what you have to visualize is, the more you chant, the encircling Atma Jyoti burns all the negativity in this Swadhisthana chakra. With the result, our problems with the kidney and the uterus is becoming rarer. And my kidney and uterus are becoming stronger like a steel. So it is free from all kinds of disease. Then move to Manipura chakra. So chant the mantra Ram, 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 Ram. So we chant mantra Ram. So this Manipura chakra, it cleanses all the negativity, that burns all negativity in this chakra, means the digestive system, the stomach becomes stronger, perfect in all respects. Then focus on the Anahata chakra. This is Yam, 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 Yam. So when you chant the mantra Yam, 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 the energy and negativity goes off and this Anahata chakra becomes stronger. With the result, what happens? Your problems with the heart, chest, liver, lungs, all these things will go off and you become stronger. And Visuddhi chakra, hum, 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 hum. So between 40 and 60 you don't have birth disease, but thing is that by doing these things you can avoid that getting the disease, because initially when you take preventive measures you can avoid the disease. So for this chakra cleansing is very important. So Visuddhi chakra, when you chant mantra hum, hum, what happens? It cleanses your throat and respiratory organ free from all kinds of disease related to it. Then comes the another Agya chakra. You chant mantra Om, 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 Om. What happens? It cleanses all the negativity in the Agya chakra. That leads to eyes, ears, nose, everything becoming stronger. Then comes the Sahasrara chakra. This Yam, Om, 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 Om. So this will take care of your brain cells, all these things, they become stronger, and it enables you to get free from any kind of brain disease, like a tumor or this Parkinson. All these things you can avoid. You can, by preventing yourself at this age, 40 to 60, you can strengthen yourself. So this is by doing chakras cleansing. And next comes the very important thing, that is Manomaya Kosa things, what you have to do. So here, by chanting mantra, here, Om Shakti, Om Shakti, Om Shakti, Om Shakti, Om Shakti, you chant. So by chanting Om Shakti, you are awakening the Kundalini Shakti, very important Shakti. Now, you take the Kundalini Shakti through the Ida Pingala Sushumna Nadi to your head. So on the day I told, Ida Pingala Sushumna Nadi is in the spinal. So it is like a center rod, along with the two, like a two snake, it spirals down and it reaches the spine, this, and through the head it reaches. So through the Ida Pingala Sushumna Nadi, you take these cells, these Kundalini Shakti to Buddhi. Here the Sahasrara chakra. And in Manomaya Kosa, in the Sahasrara chakra lies the Buddhi. That is your intellect. The intellect is governed by your conscious and subconscious mind. When you are awakened, your conscious mind is there. And next minute, all the experience gets stored in subconscious mind. So in subconscious mind, all your aberrations are there, mental aberrations are there. In the past, when you face negative depressions, dejection, anger, everything, these negative experiences get stored in the subconscious mind as a layer. So what is that you have to do is, all the negative experiences stored, you have to burn. Using this Atma Jyoti and Kundalini Shakti, you burn, visualize. This is self-hypnotic technique. What you have to do is, you have to visualize and complete it. Yadbhavam tadbhavati. As you visualize, so you become. So take it to the brain, burn all the negativity, and with the Kundalini Shakti dissolve it. And then comes to the Agya chakra. Here, you cleanse all the negativity of the senses. So, all the negativity of the senses once it cleansed. By chanting the mantra, you continuously chant mantra. Om Shakti means the energy, once you heat it, what happens? It continuously flows through the Ida Pingala Sushumna. So from here, brain, you start it, starts falling. So make it to come here, Agya chakra. Here your five senses get cleansed. Then comes to Visuddhi chakra. Here your yoga gets cleansed. Then comes the Anahata chakra. Here your Atma Dvaram. all your guiltiness thoughts get stored here, that is the cause for our heart attack. So you remove this Atma Bhava. And then comes the Manipura Chakra. You chant the mantra Om Shakti, Om Shakti, Om Shakti, and visualize all your negative gunas are getting completely destroyed, burned, and dissolved. Then after take a deep breath, allow everything to go through your Swadhisthana Chakra, through your urinal and anal spot, everything goes off. So by this, what you are doing is, you are cleansing your Manonmaya kosa also. Now you come to the very important thing is, you take your buddhi and Atma to the Paramatma state. That makes you keep your mind in a Siddha Prajna state. That is very essential for you to overcome all the negative vices that may arise in you because of the situations you face in life. So for this, what you have to do? Om Shakti Om. So what you do? You take the Mula, from the Muladhara Chakra, the Kundalini Shakti to the buddhi. Now you take the buddhi and merge into the Atma. Atma is the Anahata Chakra. Right. So, Om Shakti, you merge into the Atma. So now your buddhi got merged in the Atma. In the Atma Lingam, you have the Lingam is there. So inside the Atma Lingam, and that is the Vijnanamaya kosa. So, Om Shakti Om, Om Shakti Om, Om Shakti Om. So you are merging inside the your buddhi with the Atma. So once you merge in time, now visualize that it start falling inside deep into the, so now the lingam start falling. If you put a stone in the water, it slowly comes down, no? Like that, it starts falling. So then you chant the mantra Om. Om. Now the lingam with the Atma and the buddhi start drifting deep into the Anandamaya kosa, Samadhi state. So you chant mantra Om and visualize it goes deep inside, and allow it to fall as much time as possible. And finally, on stage it comes where you stop. You, without your knowledge, you stop the chanting mantra Om. That means, and visualize the Atmalingam just drifting into the deep state of ocean, deep at the bottom of the ocean. And finally, it gets stopped. And that is the Samadhi state. You remain in that Samadhi state. That is, you experience the Satchidananda, that is eternal bliss. You experience that eternal bliss. And the mind goes to that level, it will give a perfect shield to your mind, your buddhi, so that enables whatever situation happens, it remains calm, cool, collective. And that kind of mental maturity one has to reach in order to avoid any kind of disease affecting you. So now you have cleansed all the chakras, you have cleansed your buddhi, and you have cleansed the Mananmaya kosa, Anandamaya kosa, Pranamaya kosa, and Annamaya kosa. Annamaya kosa, Pranamaya kosa, you have cleansed, and you have come to Vijnanamaya kosa, from there to Anandamaya kosa. All these 5 kosas, cleansing everything, it keeps your body, create a perfect shield around you, and you remain inside it permanently, and nothing affects you. So you will be free from all kinds of disease. So if you have any diabetic problem, you focus on the Swadhisthana Chakra and Manipura Chakra. If you have a rheumatic problem, you focus on the Muladhara Chakra. If you have a heart problem, focus on the Anahata Chakra. If you have a throat problem, focus on the Visuddhi Chakra. If you have the head, that is pain in the head, that is headache, you focus on the Sahasrara Chakra. If you have a problem in the eyes and eyes, focus on the Arca Chakra more than what is normally practiced. Everyday practice, Atma Siddhi Raja Yoga you can do. Besides that, you can focus, if you have specific disease, you focus on that and do the Atma, that is self-hypnosis, to see that you overcome all the negativity. Self-hypnosis is positive, self-perception will make you to overcome the negativity in you. By practicing this, you make yourself, prevent yourself from any disease, and by keeping calm at all times, it will enable you to focus on your duties in earning money to give good education to a child and getting good employment and getting them married. All these things happen between 40 to 60. So by that 60 years, you complete all your duties as a householder. So that you can enter into the next, after 60 you enter. So when 28, you are crossing from Brahmacharya to Grihastha Ashrama. At 40, you are entering into Vanaprastha. 40 to 60 is Vanaprastha. and 60 above is sannyasa. Because by 60 you have to complete all your duties and free from all your duties. And while doing this, you should ensure that your body should not get affected, your mind should not get affected, and you have to see that your mind get matured. That's why during 40 to 60 period, the more spiritual sadhana one has to do in order to keep the body free from all disease, improve your immunity power, and get yourself ready for the next sannyasa. That means always remain equanimous under all circumstances. This kind of mental maturity one has to develop by reading the scriptures like Bhagavad Gita, Bible, Quran, anything. That's why I am giving every day, morning Bhagavad Gita, Upanishad, evening I am giving Quran, Bible, each and everything, because everybody cannot read all these things. That's why one sloka from each. Please go through every day. That message is not only along with that mind relaxing I am giving in the night, mainly for the peace of humanity and the peace and success, happiness, healthy live for all people to lead. That is why it is given as per his instruction. That is not done by Shri, it is done by Paramatma. I am only giving as a tool to inform to the world what is best for the humanity to lead a peaceful life. So practice this and say to yourself that you fulfill your duties on this 40 to 60 by doing this Atma Siddhi Yoga 6th level. Thank you.